just into here, I'll just put a bit more of the black, a lot more black into this area. There we go. So I'm just going to come in here in front of this, because there's another layer. That's why I put that misty area in. That's as a separator for this layer. So this layer is just slightly in front, and then it vanishes away down into there, so I won't make it too sharp or anything in there. There we go. And just block that in. And that colour that you've got on there will show through underneath. Quite dark in there, but I still want the browns and stuff like that going on. So I'll put a bit more of that back up into that. Yeah, that's good. And again, I can go back over that line. I don't want it to be too distinct, you see. But I can just gently go over that and make it look a tiny bit further away. It's still going to contrast enough against this back area. And then, with this brush again, we're going to just gently tap that up into there, softly. There we go. Right now, at this stage, I might just get some colour in for the beach. I know where I want the beach to be. So we've got that dark brown, all the browns, the dark sienna, Mars red, black, all in there. And then just in here, I'm going to do this lovely beach that we've got coming through. You see there's liquid white in there, so as soon as you touch it, that's what happens. A bit more crimson. A bit more of the dark black. It's getting that balance between the colours. It's so very important. Right. Now I want this to be pretty soft. I'm just going to use little indications at first. You can actually blend these completely away if you don't like them. But I've got an idea where this beach is going to come. That's why I left them light areas there. Because we're going to have a few areas that just bleed into each other. With the waves coming in onto the beach. Now, just in here, I've got a little hair coming out of my bristle there. You can see that. You can't paint with that, it's ruining it. Right, so yeah, just in here we've got some of this colour coming into the beach. I'm allowing it to mix with the liquid white. It's good to do that. Just use the liquid white first. Because up in here we want to be quite subtle and soft and not too dark. So the beach is going right back, like so, and then join into this. So that's why I'm doing it lighter. Some real depth with this. And you can bring the darks back in. But I want to leave that misty bit because there's a lot of rocks going in there. So I'm leaving that just as it is. Blending back into that. There we go. Now this beach actually is really lovely. It's got areas that are just really soft, going in really softly, and then it's got areas that are going in much sharper. But at first I just want to come into this pretty soft because all of this is like rippling away. The water's coming up onto the beach, and leave that light bit showing there. I really wanted to keep hold of that. Now in here we've got a bit of this dark coming into there, a bit further. Yeah, it's good. So I'm just sculpting it in my mind as I go. Black in with all them colours, just to darken it all off here and there. Keep getting the colour as well that you've been using to mix with throughout this picture. The crimson. I love the crimson in this though as well. And then you can just block that in basically back there. And then once you blocked it in, it's a matter of just coming up to this area like so. So it goes from dark to light. You get it quite dark in there, so sometimes just use a straight black that you've got on your palette for the dark spots, because it'll mix in with it, and the other colour that's there still will remain there. You won't destroy it unless you brush it too much. And bring a load of lovely rocks and stuff of that nature into this picture also. Just in here I want it to come in a bit further, about there. That's it. There we go. And right underneath actually comes in like as a wave type thing, does this. So I'm just mapping it out. See the shape of this that I'm doing? But I'm not wanting it to be strong, it's got a feathered edge. So I'm running out of colour, reload, a fresh load of paint, and then just block this edge in the bottom, and then we can bring that back here. Right. And that's going to come right through. Probably right back to there. Use the brush on its side if you want accuracy. Make sure you got liquid white right to the corners of your canvas, and this is where it picks, where it will really benefit you. Your prep work. Preparation is so important, the way you prep up. Bring your liquid white right to the edge of the canvas. Right, so using that dark brown just in here, block all that corner in. Now it's a matter of sculpting. Right, so I want that to come through there quite wispy. And then just in here, where I've got these little lines, it's going to gently just blend in. There. See that? Just let it gently wisp in there, even just in here. Just like that, really soft. I love doing this. And then you can paint behind it again, where you've took the white back into the browns. That's pretty good for that stage. This area that comes up onto the beach, maybe just want to alter that slightly. Not quite coming as far as it has done. There. to my oranges just for a short while. I'm just going to come into these whiter areas here and just put a bit of colour in. So where these waves are going to go. Even on the wave itself we're going to have some like a bluey hue, so that's why I'm trying to get this more to the red side than the yellow. Don't matter if you get a tiny bit of yellow in with that, it'll be fine. Just don't want a green sea. This is not the colour we want for this. Just a light blue that we're going to use. Same as what we've got up there basically, very top of the canvas. So them colours that always want to match throughout your picture. There. Drag some of that in. Blend it softly. It's important to do all this area while it's wet. Don't let the canvas dry up on you. It's important that it's wet at this stage. There. Happy with that. Right, so just back in this area over in here, I'm going to start using these oranges, but with that brush I just used for the brown. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to first of all come in somewhere around here, and I'm just going to create a few little waves with this colour. Just disappear off. Actually it's crashing over a little bit just there. It's crashing over. A little crashing wave just in there. Put some white onto this as well. We're going to put a lot of white in between these strips because this sea is literally just crashing in all the way in. And then up in here, a little bit of something. Little indications of things you start to see now. There's stuff going on in the background. I want to be very subtle, and then as you come closer it'll get stronger and stronger. Blend right into it. So now it's running out of colour, just come up into this area, put a couple of little indications there.